Okay, guys, I hope y'all be able to hear me. I'm sitting out here at this bus stop, waiting on my bus to take me to my third bus so I can get home. So it's a little bit noisy out here, so I'm hoping that you guys will be able to hear me okay. But listen, I just got done looking at a little bit because I think she's still alive as we speak. Ooh, child. I mean, if we don't go from one extreme to the next, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my God. How's everybody doing? I hope all is well with you and yours, guys. I just had to come and do this video. I only got a 3 minutes. But I'm going to get up here and say what I got to say and get on up out of here. Because I want to know, somebody please explain to me what is going on. Do I need to get the people on her? Get the people. Y'all know the people. Because she over there acting like she, the mess that she's spewing. I'm talking about Cindy B. Over there talking all that Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck stuff. Call herself lashing out towards people because people not giving her what she wanted them to give her. Didn't they buy her a whole apartment full of furniture? Don't they send her food every month? People get tired, girl. People get tired. And the people you're trying to reach, they must not be reachable. They must be, listen, it's a big busy signal. They don't hear your pleas and cries. And you yelling and ranting and raving. I mean, you are not endearing yourself to nobody. Calling people all out their names. What do you think that's going to get you? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe you ought to go to Social Security, ask them to write you up for a check. Because something is going on that little check, I know some people who get these little checks, okay? I do. Even from the people that come in my office, friends, I know of people who get these checks. You go in there, they start talking apple, you start talking oranges, the check is written out the next day. You heard me, because you need to go ahead on in there and tell them people you need to get a check. And you'll get about between $700 to $900 a month. And it sounds like to me that beats what you're getting from YouTube. So maybe you need to consider that, Cindy B. Okay? Maybe you need to consider that. Because the way you're doing things, calling people all out their names, thinking that's going to endear them or help them to give you something. But these people, they have been people who brought you a house full of furniture. They done brought you food and sent you cash app. And you just one of them people that ain't never satisfied. The more you get, the more you want to get. Ain't never satisfied. Girl, just go to the Social Security because they're going to see when you get up in there and start talking about pears and they talking about apples, they're going to know that a check needs to be written. They're going to know. They're just going to know. And I don't make lightly of this. I'm just saying. Because the way you are pursuing this daggone YouTube, let me tell you something, girl. Let me tell you something. You say YouTube is your job. So who's supposed to, if YouTube is your job, like you say it is, this is my job. Who's supposed to pay you then? Isn't that your employer? What that got to do with the people who come in and looking at your daggone video? You ought to be thanking them to all kind of heights for coming and watching. But what do? You go the other daggone way. That's why I say if you go in there and start talking about apples when they talk about oranges, they give you the check, girl. They give you the check right away, no delay. They give you that check. Because they be like, oh, wait a minute now. We talk about one thing, baby. What you talking about? How you doing? They're going to figure it out right quick. But for you to get upset, hear me, girl, and hear me good. You can't get upset. You done had people brought you rooms of furniture for those apartments that you were in before. And I heard, I don't know how true this is, but somebody said when you got to this place that you are now, that you left a whole lot of that furniture behind that somebody else paid for. How ungrateful is that? How can you take somebody's hard-earned money and think that little of it where you can just leave it behind? Now, you could have gotten somebody that got a way to get that mess to you if you had to beg, borrow, and plead. But you got to learn how to go about doing things, girl. You can't be ranting and raving and calling people this and calling people that and thinking somebody go, oh, here you go, miss. You called me a B yesterday. Take the $50. I appreciate that. You got the game all the way to the left. All the way to the left. Because that's not how it works. You think the more you rant and rave, the more people are going to believe that you are in desperate need for something. No. How many times do I have to tell you? You can get, listen, more bees, flies, whatever, with honey than you can with vinegar. Baby, and listen to me, let me tell you, that vinegar you spewing and you throwing all around and about, take heed, it ain't working for you. Go another route, why don't you? Go another route, girl, because you just got it all, something ain't ticking. Now the thing done took a licking, but it done stopped ticking. It done stopped ticking, mama. So you need to find a better way because, like I said, if YouTube is your job, who is your employer? I gotta go, y'all. My bus is here. Okay, POs. As you can see, I made it back home. But I'm going to go ahead on and say this last little piece that I wanted to say to you, Cindy B. Girl, if you don't stop worrying about what somebody else has, you worrying about, oh, they gonna send money to Adrian. Oh, they gonna do this. Oh, because her channel's been, and they see, the thing about that, Cindy, is when you're always looking in somebody else's yard, like you've been all up on somebody's balcony worrying about what they got up there on it, when you focusing on somebody else's pocketbook or balcony, that means you're not paying attention to what you got in your own camp. Now, I don't know if that's going to register to you or not. I don't know. But all I can tell you, you need to take your eyes up off of what everybody else got going on and put it on what you got going on. If you are so unsatisfied with what's, and I don't understand why you would have that need to be so unsatisfied, because like I said before when I was on the bus stop, you have had people who have sent you things to fill up in your apartment. You have had people who have filled up your apartments. And you ain't never grateful, seem like you ain't never, you'll talk a good game like, yeah, you grateful, but then when you stop getting whatever it is you think you should be getting, like you're entitled. See, that's what's wrong with a lot of our people. And then to be sitting up there talking about you don't like people who look like you don't like the Mexican people. I mean, what? You don't know who. It could have been some Mexicans or whoever that sent that furniture. Do you know who sent you that? And you going to be spewing that kind of mess around? Girl, see, you are a prime example of cutting off your face to spite your neck. This is what you do. You just cut off your hand to spite your arm kind of thing. I mean, you got to try to show gratitude and graciousness and what do? You come up here and you do just the very opposite. Oh, you peons, you pea-brain people, this, that, and the third. And people, and they might be the very people who done already contributed in your camp. And you just, like I said, you don't have a clue as to how, and I'm not saying begging and stuff, but like I said, it's a way to do things. And it's like you don't have a foggiest idea of how to go about doing it. You thinking the sassier you get, the more that you can receive. And it don't work like that. I don't understand. Women in their 50s carrying on like they do. You need to take your eyes up off of what somebody else is getting and focus on what it is you're trying to get for yourself. I don't know what it is about you women in your 50s, some of you. You don't want to work. You don't want to do nothing but panhandle. That's all you want to do. And then get mad if nobody responds. How many times do people have to tell you people don't owe you anything? And I said it once and I said it twice and I'll say it a third time. I don't have no problem. If YouTube is your job, then YouTube is your employer. You get mad with the amount of money that they sending in to you. And if that's not a number, then that's not a number. Lord, I make them so. If that's not enough, then you go and march yourself down to the Social Security office, SSDI, and get you a check. If you don't want to work, just go and tell the people that your head hurt and you start, like I said, start talking oranges while they talking apples. And see won't the checks come a-flying. See won't they come a-flying. Because I don't understand what's the problem with trying to find a job while you're sitting at your house. You don't even have to use that phone that you're recording from. You can get you a burner phone or something. Use it as your job phone. Take some calls. Sell some insurance. Sell some, well, don't sell anything, but just sell some daggone encyclopedia. Sell something. You know, take up a trade. You're only 57, 58, for God's sake. That ain't old. That's not old. I know this one man who was going to school for his GED, and he was 70 years old, getting his GED. So that's not old. All you have to do is apply yourself. But I don't understand how this world is today where people don't want to do nothing but just give me. Brother, give me. Sister, give it to me. Here I am. Give it to me. You owe me. It's mine. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You owe it to yourself to get up and get it. Get up and get it. And stop getting mad, cussing people out and saying things that's hurtful and spiteful. And then you start, you done went from sour to trying to be nice. Right there alone to get you a check or two. Right there alone with that, I'll get you a check. Just show them that daggone video, that live. I guarantee you almost you'll get a check or three. Girl, don't nobody in this world owe you nothing. You owe it to yourself to go and do what you need to do. It's not like you crippled. You're riding your bike every day, so that let me know you got some motor skills going on. You don't want to walk outside the house so you can do a job, sit down on your bike and do the job. Pick up the phone and call the people. Hey, I'm selling encyclopedias. Can you buy one? Or I'm selling some insurance. Do you need some? Have some, why don't you? But you gotta be nice to them people too, because they'll click up on you and there'll be no return. It'll be no return because they'll block you. Okay? They can block you off the phones these days. Yes, they can. But girl, you got to find a better way to deal with whatever you're dealing with. And if you can't, then you need to run on down there real quick to SSDI and get you some help in more ways than one, because don't nobody owe you nothing. And I mean, you just got that same mentality as MA got. Y'all just running around here thinking somebody owe you something. No, you owe it to yourself to go and get it. Just want to sit on your rubber-dub-dub. I remember my baby brother. I'm going to share this with y'all. He's long gone. He's been deceased for a little while now. But I remember he came to stay with me. He came to stay with me at one point. And my baby brother. I said, yeah, you can come and stay. But you got to do something. You got to pay your way and all that. He said, okay. I ain't care what he did. I'd go to McDonald's and flip them burgers, turn over them buns, do whatever you got to do. The boy went to McDonald's or Burger King or one of them daggone fast food restaurants. Worked there for one day, came back home talking about, sis, they wanted me to do too much. I said, brother, you out of a place to stay. I told him, you got to go somewhere. You got to go somewhere. Because you think I'm going to be dealing, and had the nerve to come, and I had just cleaned my throw rugs. I had just cleaned them, put them in the washer, and took them out and dried them, and, you know, cleaning up my place and everything, and had fresh throw rugs on the floor and stuff. And he gonna take his shoes off. Oh, sis, I ain't going back there. I'm like, well, you're getting out of here. Nobody owe you nothing. Didn't want to work there. Then I had this one fella I knew. I don't know why he couldn't keep a job. Didn't want the job if the job was working in a pie factory and the job was eating pies. Even if he was working in a pie factory and all he had to do was eat pies, maybe a couple of pies a day. Didn't want to do it. Maybe not the whole pie, just a slice, you know, like a tester. Don't want to work in a pie factory, even if the job is just eating pies, just sampling pies. See, I don't know what's wrong with that daggone thinking, but it's off kilter. It's way off center. It's off. It's just something wrong about it. But at least he didn't. The two guys I just spoke of, one was my brother and one was somebody else. At least they didn't go cussing folk out like you do, girl. You don't cuss somebody out because they ain't giving you something you can go out there on your own and get. But you rather just sit up here with the pretense that somebody owe you something. My life is all flipped upside down, turned all inside out. Somebody got to pay for all of this. Did those people do that to you? No. So why they got to pay for that? Did they do that to you? No. So why you figure they got to pay for it? Now, if you want to find a culprit, go look in your family or your friend backyards or wherever. But ain't nobody really got to pay you for the mess that you endured. I hope you can one day somehow see the daggone writing on the wall. And you can try to grasp the errors of your ways, Cindy. I'm hoping and praying that you can one day grasp the thing that you're doing, the very thing that you're doing, trying to you said you ain't trying to make no friends, so that's out. But the way you're trying to solicit money from folk and food and all these furniture, backyard. What happened to that patio furniture? Not patio, but what happened to all that other furniture that you had before? You just discarded that like people money wasn't worth nothing to you. But you want somebody to dig deep back into their pockets again and send you some more stuff. some more stuff for you not to be grateful for. If somebody had been sending me stuff, you've been getting a lot of stuff off of your Amazon. Well, you were. And it stopped because people seen how ungrateful you are about the stuff that you received. And it don't make sense. And you don't see it. I don't understand why you can't see it. Everybody else can see it. But for some reason, you will not open your eyes wide enough to see that you are, like MA, are your own worst enemy. Nobody's doing these things to you but you. To see, I guess you had never learned the value in it don't pay to be cussing people out because you don't get what it is you think you deserve. If you think you deserve X, Y, and Z, then you go out and you make X, Y, and Z happen, girl. Ain't nobody got to be digging nowhere in their pockets giving you nada. Nada. And with that, I'm going to be up out of here. I got to go. Because I'm not too long ago coming home and I want to rest. If I had an opportunity to finish this on the bus stop, I wouldn't have been coming home making this. Now I'm going to have to get iMovie on my phone so I can kind of put the two together. But I'm getting ready to get up off of here, girl. I hope and pray that you will one day. And it's hard to say because sometimes it's hard to teach new dog or old dog new tricks. It's just hard to teach old dogs. I keep wanting to say new dog. It's hard to teach old dogs new tricks. Because that mess is deep down there. That's that kind of stuff you got to pray about you. You got to pray and ask God to bring that mess about you. Because you is going all about this thing the wrong way, honey. You going to call people a bunch of names and thinking that that's supposed to get you somewhere? Girl, get a life. Why don't you get a life? Or go get that check. Like I say, when you start talking apples while they talking oranges, that's a check. It's written out the very next day. They'll give it to you. Because they say, yeah, it's something wrong here. It's something wrong. She got to get a check because she knows not what she's doing. But guys, thank y'all for watching. I don't know when I'm going to release this video. I don't know. I want to do it tonight, but I think I already done released like 2 or 3 for today. I might hold off until the next day or so. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. But do y'all get what I'm saying, right? I mean, it's people who are much younger than her and myself who understand the concept of getting more flies with honey than with sugar. So why these older people can't understand what they need to understand, I'll never know. I'll never know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's probably there. There. It's somewhere on here, guys. Just hit it and smack it on down. Smack it on down. Okay, we on that 2K road, guys. We on that 2K road. And with your help, we can do it. We're going to get this done, okay? Thank you, and I mean it. Thank you, and I mean it. But, you love yourself, guys. Love yourself. Oh, love yourself. And love someone else. I love you, and I mean it, guys. And there ain't a doggone thing you can do about it. Not a thing. Zilch. Nothing. All right? So listen. Until the next time I see you or you see me or however this thing is supposed to be, I will see you on the next video. Thanks, y'all. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate you guys. I truly do. And next time, bye-bye.